Hello, fellow educators. Welcome back to part 2 of our transformative social and emotional learning implementation virtual support session. I'm Shelby Diaz. I'll be your guide today. I am a school improvement specialist on the Student Behavioral Health and Wellness team, which is led by Erin Green over here at the Southern Oregon Educational Service District. Today, we will engage with Stage 2 of Oregon's TESOL Learning Standards and Framework, which is Organize. This informative video is broken into 2 parts. One is for our district level organizers and one for our school level organizers. Of course, there is some overlap between these 2 levels, and as you can imagine, successful implementation hinges on cooperation and collaboration between both levels. We will be using our TESOL Interactive Notebook. If you already have your copy bookmarked, great. If not, please go to our website at www.soesd.k12.or.us/student-behavioral-and-wellness-team or find it in the email containing this video and open your copy now. You may want to have it open on another screen so you can follow along. I will be referencing slides. Don't forget to refresh the pages to get the new updates, what we have added in for Stage 2. Also, if you did miss Stage 1 of the implementation virtual support session, please go back and watch it on our Student Behavioral Health and Wellness website on the Resource Library section. As a quick reminder, our next TESOL open office hours will be from 9 to 10 on Tuesday, October 15th. If you haven't done so already, please register on PD Networks to access the Zoom link. I will send out a reminder email on October 14th with the link for those who are registered. Our first office hours last month was great. People were able to get site-specific questions answered, as well as receive resources. We had several local districts attend, which really fostered that sense of collaboration and connection for all of you who are rolling out this work in Southern Oregon. So we definitely invite you to that. Okay, so let's dig in. We will start on page 24 of your interactive notebook. Here you can see the TESOL framework infographic, which denotes the guiding principles, the conditions of learning and thriving, as well as our adult and student TESOL. These guiding principles serve as the foundational values and beliefs that are woven throughout the framework to guide decisions about how the transformative SEL standards are implemented. And they are being culturally and community responsive, strength-based, trauma-informed, and grounded in neuroscience. Really key in our work for Stage 2. Also keep in mind our conditions for learning and thriving, which is our lens for intentionally humanizing our systems, policies, and practices through collaboration, open communication, and shared decision-making. This is our lens for moving forward with Stage 2. And just a last quick note, remember, the TESOL standards are never meant to be an add-on curriculum. They should be embedded throughout the school day for all of our learners. And when thinking about TESOL, we always start with where we are, with a focus on what we're already currently doing and what we already have in place. On page 25 of your interactive notebook, you will find Stage 2 Organize on the district level. The focus area of building foundational support and planning. Within that, there are 4 key actions, which are develop a shared vision and a plan for TESOL, plan for and communicate TESOL as a district priority, organize the district to promote collaboration around TESOL, academics, and equity, and align resources for TESOL. You may already have a vision. That's great. So that means for you, let's get your team together and make sure it's in alignment with the TESOL framework and standards and move to the next step. For each key action, I placed it next to a resource to provide some guidance. I really like the process page at the Castle's District Resource Center website. It provides resources to answer 4 key questions related to Stage 2. The first question is, where do we want to go? And to help answer that, it provides a district-wide vision and long-term goals worksheet. Their next question is, where are we now and where have we been? Here, they provide resources to assess district needs and resources through an inventory of current and past programs across the district. And question 4, where do we get from where we are now to where we want to be? Here is a long-term roadmap and an annual action plan that includes benchmarks, action steps, roles, and timelines. And the last question, are we moving in the right direction? What are we learning on our journey? So here's where you'll be guided to develop an evaluation plan that will help your team to track progress and make adjustments to keep on track with your goals. So definitely check out the process page. On that page, it references what's called the Castle District Action Planning Workbook, which I've also linked. That's one document that walks you through all of those steps, and it is embedded in your interactive notebook. Under key action number 2, this is communicate transformative SEL as a district priority. I have linked the Castle's communications toolkit for school and district level leaders, which shares 5 clear actions for a proactive communication strategy for SEL. And it includes some examples of effective messages, some cautioning when using messaging, and it provides guidance for developing and sharing your own materials. For key action number 3, I linked the district SEL program and initiative inventory. So this will help you to take stock of what the schools across your district are already doing or what they have already tried in the past to support the students' SEL. That will help you to make those thoughtful decisions about what related programs or initiatives to continue, what needs to be modified or stopped, so that SEL doesn't become a disconnected addition to everyone's workload. And key action number 4. Here I linked Castle's Align resources to support SEL page. It reviews how to align both your financial and your human resources for an effective rollout, implementation, and the sustainability of TESOL on the district level. And I linked Castle's Superintendent's SEL Essential Guide, and this is an excellent resource. All right, well, thank you to our district level admin. Please check out all these resources and bring questions or inspiration to our office hours. Page 26 of your interactive notebook, you will find focus area 1A and 1B for building foundational support and creating a plan on the school level. So we'll start at focus area 1A. We're going to build foundational support by establishing a transformative building level social emotional learning team, foster a commitment to SEL on a building and community level, and through thinking about that, we'll develop a communications strategy. So there's 3 key actions for focus area 1A. The first is to establish that TESOL team. I've included links under the resources for establishing the TESOL team to represent the entire school community. It helps to define roles and responsibilities. And it has a lot of roles, including even a school family partnership lead, a data lead, and even how to include a student member on the team. So definitely take a look at that. Another resource for that action step is building a strong team dynamic, which includes steps for collaboratively developing team working agreements. It has a template for a TESOL meeting checklist and even meeting agendas. And then I included the 3 signature practices playbook, which models how to run social emotional learning meetings using social emotional learning skills. By example, how to open with an inclusive welcome, ideas on how to embed engaging SEL strategies throughout the meeting experience, and how to end with an intentional close. This is a great resource for really using SEL right out of the gate with your school community and can transform those meetings. For this section, second key action of engaging foundational learning, I linked a school community foundational learning plan, which is a guide to think about identifying each stakeholder group within the school community, what each of those groups need to know about SEL, how you plan to address those needs through resources, and how to follow up. The next link, resources for foundational learning, has loads of those resources that you could plug in there to address the needs of each of those stakeholder groups. From like a brief 5-minute overview of SEL to hour-long webinars on specific topics related to SEL. At the video library link, you can search by category. So that can help you to deepen your own social emotional learning and to share it with your community. And the resources by topic link. That's CASEL's entire topic list, where you can find information about anything, not just related to Focus Area 1A, but there it is in case you want to use that tool. Okay, key action 3, support two-way communication. Again, take a look at the SEL communication link. It goes over some resources and examples of how you can embed SEL into all of your communication and outreach, as well as to the communications toolkit, which I referenced before. Great resource, lots of good ideas for leaders of how to communicate aspects of SEL with your stakeholders. For example, one of the examples they give is, why not show what SEL looks like in classrooms and schools with your parents? It guides you to think about why that might be important to share out and gives you ideas of how to do this using the teachers and the students in your buildings and how to get that information safely out to social media, your website, etc. We've also linked a 2-year TESEL family and community engagement plan, which was created by Erin Green. This is a great plan. Please check it out. It's very thorough and very aligned to meet the needs of your entire school community. All right. So now you have an awesome team, you've created a plan to educate your stakeholders, and you're engaged in two-way communication. Let's move on to Focus Area 1B, create a plan. Here's where we will develop a shared vision, engage in a needs and resources assessment, develop an action plan, and engage in that continuous reflection. We've included a framework for how to develop a shared vision using your SEL team. It's basically a lesson plan to walk you through this process, very tangible. Action step number 2, let's do a needs and resource assessment. Again, another very tangible document that includes steps and tools for setting up and conducting interviews with your stakeholders, for gathering information about past and present SEL work that the school has done. Remember, this is key to lead with what you already have. And then it will guide you how to analyze what was gathered, compiling that information, which leads you right into step 3, use that information to develop your action plan. Firstly, you'll want to set goals with your SEL team. The link I included takes you to a great resource for determining priority areas based on your vision statement. It will help you to sketch out a 3-year roadmap for implementation, and it even has examples of what that might look like, which is great. It will guide you to write SMARTY goals for phase 1 or year 1 of your implementation. And finally, we engage in continuous reflection. Here you can craft your evaluation measures for your goals. I've included a link which will take you back to the meeting agenda page, but has a great template that you could copy to evaluate your success with goal implementation built into that meeting agenda. Okay, on page 27 and 28, these are some really great resources page. I particularly like um, uh, page 28 of your notebook. This is a resource menu that links you to SOESD resources that are relevant, and then other great statewide and national resources, including Oregon Classroom Wise. If you haven't shared this resource with your teachers, definitely be sure to do that. The OEDE, created what they call the Classroom Teachers Pathway. It has a lot of short videos to guide teachers in how to support the mental health of their students, with specific classroom embedded strategies for teaching mental health literacy. And it even goes in how to integrate each of the SEL standards into your classroom. It's a really cool tool. Okay, and then lastly, on page 29 of your notebook, this would be a really great tool to use at a staff meeting. So you would need to open your TESOL planner. I'm going to go ahead and show what that looks like here. So your teachers can use this tool on the right to start digging into the standards and coming up with ideas, tools, and strategies of action that they can and will take to address each practice within each standard. Teachers could literally, admin could literally have classroom teachers use that classroom pathway and this document side by side to come up with ideas of what they're already doing for each standard and what they could add to address the TESOL standards. Okay, everyone, you made it through. So go ahead, start digging into those key action and resources, and please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions or concerns should anything arise between now and the next office hours in 2 weeks. Erin and I are available via our website, the Student Behavioral Health and Wellness team at the SOESD. And with that, we will see you on October 15th at 9 a.m. Looking forward to it.